Chosen one, stop scrolling. Something is moving in your direction, a tall man, not just any man, a messenger. His presence is not random. His arrival means something in the unseen realms has shifted. The air around you has been whispering it, the signs have been everywhere. Your dreams, your sudden chills, the feeling that something is coming. You were right. The vision before the arrival. Before every great shift, the universe sends a messenger, a sign wrapped in human form. And this time, that messenger is coming for you. The tall man symbolizes awakening, truth, and confrontation. He may not speak your language, but his energy will shake your soul awake. His arrival is not about fear, it's about remembrance. He is not just a man, he is a mirror, the reflection of everything you've forgotten about yourself. He carries a message your spirit has been waiting to hear. It's time. The hidden weight of the chosen. Being a chosen one was never meant to be easy. You were not designed to fit into this world, you were meant to change it. People misunderstand you, distance themselves from you, or call you different. But that's because your light threatens their illusion. Your silence speaks louder than their noise. They tried to break you, but they couldn't. They tried to bury you, but didn't know you were a seed. You faced pain that wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every rejection was redirection. Every betrayal was a coded message to unlock your strength. When society fears the awakened, the system doesn't want awakened souls walking freely. It wants you distracted, drained, and doubting yourself. Because when a chosen one remembers who they are, the illusion collapses. You see through the lies. You stop chasing validation. You stop fearing loss. You start walking in divine power. That's why people pull away. Why opportunities vanish. Why strange things start happening when you level up. It's not bad luck, it's spiritual realignment. The universe removes everything that can't go where you're going. The tall man's message. When the tall man enters your path, whether in a dream, vision, or real life, don't fear him. Listen. He is a reminder that time is running out for hesitation. You've been hiding your gifts for too long. He comes as a wake-up call from the higher realm saying, step into your purpose. You may feel goosebumps when he's near or see the number 11 repeatedly before he appears. These are not coincidences. They're confirmations. He represents your higher self, your guardian energy, your divine mission calling you out of sleep. The moment of awakening. Every chosen one reaches a moment when they can't go back to who they were. That's where you are now. That's why this message found you. The tall man's approach means the season of isolation is ending. The tests are almost over. You are stepping into your era of revelation, where everything that was hidden will be revealed and everything that was lost will return multiplied. But first, you must stop doubting your power. You must speak the truth even if your voice trembles. Your energy is the signal. Do you ever wonder why certain people just stare at you without reason? It's because your energy speaks before your mouth does. You carry codes, ancient wisdom, divine frequency. That's why the dark energies sense you before you even enter a room. You disturb the false peace of those still asleep. You were chosen to awaken others, not through preaching, but through presence. Your vibration alone shifts timelines. That's why the universe protects you so fiercely. The silence before the shift. Chosen ones often go through deep silence before their next awakening. You may have felt cut off, alone, or invisible lately. That's not punishment. That's divine preparation. The Creator isolates his warriors before releasing them into purpose. The tall man symbolizes that release, the breaking of the cocoon, the rebirth of your identity. He's the whisper from the other side saying, it's time to rise, the call to remember. Remember who you are. You were never ordinary. The world tried to convince you otherwise because it feared what would happen if you remembered your power. But the time of remembering has come. The universe is aligning everything for your awakening. Don't ignore the signs anymore. The chills, the repeated numbers, the feeling that something big is coming. It is, and you are a part of it. The power within you. No more hiding, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. The tall man's arrival is the universe telling you, step fully into your divine role. The world is waiting for your light. You are the balance between heaven and earth, the bridge between what is seen and unseen. The tall man is not coming to you, he's coming through you. His spirit awakens when you rise. The message from the higher realm. This is your confirmation. You are not crazy. You are not overthinking. You are awakening. The universe is preparing you for something massive, a purpose so divine that the old version of you couldn't handle it. That's why everything had to break before it could bloom. The final revelation. When you meet the tall man in dream or reality, remember this: he's not here to scare you. He's here to remind you that the time of sleeping souls is ending. You are the light in the storm. You are the one the darkness fears. You are chosen. The prophecy of the tall one. The tall man doesn't come to every soul, only to those who have reached the edge of transformation. He walks between worlds, carrying messages from realms unseen. His height isn't about his body, it's about his frequency. He stands tall because he has risen above the illusion of fear, and now he calls you to do the same. When you sense his presence, your old life starts to crumble. Not because something's wrong, but because everything false can no longer stand in the light of truth. The tall man's energy dismantles everything that isn't aligned with your purpose. You may lose people, jobs, comfort, or control, but in return, you gain clarity, strength, and power. He brings endings disguised as beginnings. The awakening of the seer. If you are seeing visions lately, faces, shadows, flashes of light, it's because your third eye is opening. You are starting to see beyond the physical. The tall man appears when your spiritual sight is sharpening. Don't be afraid. He's not a ghost, he's a guide. A reminder that the veil between worlds is thinning and your intuition is heightening. You'll notice how your dreams become vivid. You'll hear names, whispers, or even see events before they happen. This is your initiation. Your soul is stepping into divine awareness, and the tall man is the gatekeeper. The shift in reality. Have you noticed how time feels strange lately? Days blend together. People you once knew feel distant. The things that used to excite you now feel meaningless. That's because you're shifting timelines. You're moving out of the old reality into a higher one. The tall man's approach marks this exact transition. His presence activates a sudden acceleration where karma clears faster, manifestations appear quicker, and hidden truths come to light. You'll begin to see people's real intentions. Masks will fall off. Nothing fake will survive in your energy anymore. The energy of recognition. When he looks at you, it feels like he's seeing through you, not with judgment but with remembrance, because he knows you, not from this life but from before time began. You and he were both part of the same divine order, souls chosen to awaken others. His gaze triggers something ancient in you. It's the memory of who you were before this world told you who to be. You might feel chills, tears, or sudden peace when you encounter him. That's your soul remembering its origin. The trial of isolation. Chosen ones always walk through isolation before ascension. It's the silence where destiny is whispered. You might wonder why no one understands you, why you can't connect like you used to. But that's because your frequency has changed. You no longer fit into environments that were built on illusion. Isolation isn't punishment, it's a sacred classroom. And the tall man appears at the end of this solitude, signaling that your training is complete. You've faced yourself, your fears, your shadows, and now the universe sends confirmation that you are ready. The hidden teachings. The tall man teaches without words. His lessons are carried in energy, in symbols, in synchronicities. You might notice feathers on the ground, a flickering light, or a sudden pull to look at the sky. These are his ways of saying, I'm near. Every symbol he sends carries meaning. A crow means transformation. A ring of light means protection. A mirror breaking means your old self has shattered for the new one to emerge. Pay attention. The universe doesn't shout, it whispers through signs. The energy of reversal. You'll notice something strange when his energy fully merges with yours. Everything that once worked against you starts working for you. The rejection turns to redirection. The pain transforms into wisdom. What you once lost comes back multiplied. The tall man's vibration reverses your spiritual polarity, shifting you from victim to vessel, from wounded to warrior. It's the moment the universe starts rearranging itself to match your new energy. The gate of alignment. When you begin to align with your purpose, the tall man stands at the gate between your old life and the new. You may feel a strange pressure in your chest, ringing in your ears, or a sudden wave of emotions. That's your body adjusting to higher frequency. You're literally becoming light. The tall man's presence ensures that you walk through the gate with faith, not fear. He guards the passage so that only truth follows you through. Everything fake falls away behind you. The fear test. Before you rise, you will be tested through fear. The tall man may appear in dreams that shake you, not to scare you but to test your readiness. Will you trust the unknown or run from it? Will you hold your light when darkness approaches? Fear is the final illusion. Once you face it and stand firm, the door opens. That's when you realize the tall man was never an outsider. He was a reflection of your own higher self, disguised in a form your mind could recognize. The merging of realities. Soon you'll start noticing how dreams and reality blend. You'll wake up feeling like you've been somewhere else because you have. You're walking in multiple dimensions at once. The tall man is guiding you through this merge. Every coincidence, every déjà vu, every strange moment is a sign that your spirit is syncing with higher consciousness. You'll start manifesting faster, sensing energy deeper, and understanding silence like never before. You are becoming a bridge between realms. The return of ancient memory. There will come a night when you wake up suddenly, heart racing, ears ringing, a feeling that someone is near. Don't panic. That's the moment your ancient memory activates. The tall man's energy triggers forgotten codes in your DNA. You'll start remembering things you never learned, knowing truths you never studied. These are soul memories resurfacing, knowledge from lifetimes ago. You might feel drawn to symbols, numbers, or ancient names. You're not imagining it. Your higher self is reconnecting with the wisdom you carried before this lifetime. The tall man is the keeper of those codes, unlocking what you buried to survive this human experience. The rise of the warrior spirit. You've always been gentle, empathic, feeling everything deeply, but now something inside you is shifting, a warrior awakening within. This doesn't mean anger or violence. It means clarity, confidence, divine boldness. You stop begging for peace and start embodying it. The tall man walks beside you now, his presence strengthening your aura. People who once intimidated you will now feel your power without you saying a word. This is the moment you step into spiritual authority. You no longer seek permission to exist. You command your energy with grace and truth. The battle between light and noise. As you rise, distractions will multiply. False opportunities, shallow people, energy vampires, all will try to pull you back. The tall man's arrival signals the beginning of this battle. It's not outside you, it's within. The battle between your higher purpose and your lower patterns, between clarity and confusion, between peace and chaos. You must choose consciously, moment by moment, to align with light. Don't chase validation. Don't explain your calling to those who can't hear it. Just walk. The tall man's energy clears your path as you move with faith. The revelation of the mirror. At some point, you'll realize the tall man isn't a stranger at all. He's the reflection of the divine masculine energy, strength, wisdom, protection already living within you. Whether you're male or female, this energy exists inside every chosen one. It teaches you balance, power with compassion, truth with patience. The tall man's arrival is your own higher self stepping forward, ready to lead. Once you understand that he is you, the fear disappears. You see that the universe never sent something to scare you. It sent you a mirror to remind you. The shift in sound and frequency. You'll begin hearing frequencies others can't. A soft hum at night, ringing tones, distant whispers. These are not hallucinations, they are signals. Vibrations from higher planes adjusting your awareness. The tall man communicates in frequency, not language. Every sound carries energy. When you start feeling overwhelmed by noise, breathe and listen deeper. Beneath the chaos, there's always order. You'll begin to tune into divine patterns, music of the unseen. This is how spirit teaches you to hear energy instead of only seeing it. The shadow test. Before complete awakening, your shadow self will rise. All your insecurities, fears, and doubts, everything you tried to bury will demand attention. The tall man stands silently during this phase, watching if you'll face it or run. This test is sacred. You can't ascend by avoiding your darkness. You must face it with love. When you embrace your shadow, it loses power. The tall man then steps forward again, his presence lighter, his face clearer, symbolizing your wholeness restored. Light and shadow in harmony. The alignment with destiny. You'll start noticing divine timing everywhere. The people you meet, the places you go, even delays, all perfectly aligned. The tall man ensures nothing happens by accident anymore. He rearranges reality to match your soul's plan. That's why lately you've felt pushed away from certain paths. It wasn't rejection, it was realignment. Your destiny requires space. The tall man clears that space, even if it feels like loss. But when the dust settles, everything you truly need finds its way back effortlessly. The glow of activation. One day you'll notice it, your glow, not physical but energetic. People will say, "You look different." You'll feel lighter, stronger, calmer. That's not imagination, it's your aura expanding. The tall man's frequency amplifies your energy field, causing others to feel peace or discomfort around you depending on their vibration. That glow is your divine armor. You're no longer affected by negativity the same way. You observe it, transmute it, and keep walking. That's spiritual maturity. That's mastery. The message hidden in numbers. 1111, 222, 333, you've been seeing them everywhere. The tall man uses numbers as language. They're time codes, reminders that you're in sync with divine order. Each number carries a vibration. 1 for creation, 2 for balance, 3 for expansion, 4 for foundation. When you see them repeatedly, it's confirmation that your path is protected. Pay attention to the number that appears when you think of something important. That's the universe giving direct feedback. You're no longer walking blind. You're being guided step by step. The reversal of time. Chosen ones begin to experience time differently. You might feel like hours vanish, or certain days repeat energetically. That's because your spirit is no longer bound by the linear clock. You're stepping into multi-dimensional time where past, present, and future overlap. The tall man operates from that realm. When you dream of future events or feel déjà vu, that's his frequency syncing your consciousness with higher timelines. You're learning to move with time instead of chasing it. It's the mastery of presence, the real secret of divine power, the transformation of sight. You'll begin to see things you can't explain, flashes of light, shadows that move softly, colors glowing around people. Don't fear it. Your eyes are evolving. The tall man's vibration activates your spiritual sight, the ability to see energy. What used to be invisible now starts to reveal itself. You'll sense who's genuine and who's hiding darkness just by their aura. You'll walk into a room and feel its truth before a single word is spoken. This is the gift of discernment, one of the strongest weapons a chosen one can carry. The tall man brings this gift when your spirit is strong enough to handle it. Use it wisely. The collapse of old energy. As your frequency rises, everything unhealed begins to collapse. You might notice electronics glitching around you, lights flickering, or sudden waves of exhaustion. That's because your energy is outgrowing old frequencies. The tall man's presence accelerates this process. He stands by as the false layers of your identity burn away, not to hurt you, but to reveal the diamond within. It feels chaotic at first, but soon you'll realize the universe is rebuilding you from the inside out. Nothing real is ever lost. Only illusions crumble. The echoes of the past. In your awakening, the past will echo louder than ever. Old memories, forgotten faces, unfinished stories, all returning for closure. This is not regression, it's release. The tall man walks you through those echoes to help you make peace. You'll suddenly understand why certain people betrayed you, why certain doors closed, why certain moments broke you. Every pain carried a divine purpose to sculpt the soul you've become. Once you forgive the past, it dissolves completely. That's when your energy becomes unstoppable. The pull of higher realms. You'll begin to crave silence, nature, solitude, not because you're antisocial, but because your spirit seeks higher connection. The tall man's vibration pulls your awareness upward. You'll feel energy rising from the base of your spine to the top of your head. the awakening of the divine current within. This is the beginning of communion with higher realms. You'll sense presences watching over you, guiding you through synchronicities and sudden intuition. The more you trust it, the louder it becomes. The tall man's purpose is to reconnect you with that current, the voice of Source itself. The gift of manifestation. When your alignment reaches a certain level, you'll notice that your thoughts begin to manifest faster. You think it happens. The tall man amplifies your manifesting power. That's why he only appears when your heart is purified enough to handle it. Every thought becomes a spell, every word a vibration that shapes reality. You must now use your energy consciously. Speak light, think truth, act with love. The universe mirrors your frequency, not your wishes. The tall man's energy teaches you this mastery, to create from spirit, not from fear. The dissolution of ego. The closer you get to your divine self, the more your ego resists. It will whisper lies that you're not ready, that you're imagining things, that you'll lose everything. That's its job, to test your faith. The tall man stands quietly as your ego screams, waiting for you to choose which voice you'll follow. Once you surrender to truth, ego dissolves, and when it does, your vision clears. You realize you were never separate from divinity, you were divinity forgetting itself. That's when real peace begins. The reconnection with your tribe. After long isolation, you'll start meeting souls who feel like home. You'll recognize them instantly, eyes that feel ancient, energy that feels familiar. They are part of your soul family, other chosen ones awakened at the same time. The tall man's energy weaves these meetings together. Each one carries a piece of your mission. Together, you form a network of light across the planet. Every conversation, every exchange becomes activation. The loneliness fades as purpose replaces it. The cracking of the veil. There will be a night when you feel something shift, a pressure in the air, an energy in the sky. The veil between dimensions thins, and for a few seconds you'll feel the presence of everything, angels, ancestors, guides, all at once. The tall man stands in that moment as the bridge between worlds. You'll understand that separation is an illusion. Heaven and earth were never apart, they just vibrate differently. When you feel that merging, you'll know you've crossed into higher awareness. It's not imagination. It's ascension. The return of the sacred voice. Your throat will begin to open not physically but spiritually. You'll feel the urge to speak, sing, or share truth even when your voice shakes. The tall man empowers that. He reminds you that sound is creation. When you speak light, darkness dissolves. You'll find yourself saying things you didn't plan, yet they carry deep wisdom. That's your divine channel opening. The universe speaks through you now. Every word you release becomes a ripple that heals others. That's why silence once prepared you, so your voice could become sacred when you finally used it. The test of doubt. Even after awakening, doubt will visit. You'll question the signs, the visions, even your sanity. The tall man allows this phase because faith isn't born from proof, it's born from persistence. He'll disappear for a while, leaving you to walk by trust alone. That's when your light either flickers or strengthens. When you choose to keep believing even in silence, the universe responds instantly. Doubt fades, power returns, and when he reappears, you'll realize he never left. He just moved into your spirit, merging completely. The expansion of the heart. As you ascend, your heart begins to expand beyond what you thought possible. Emotions intensify. You'll feel love so pure it brings tears without reason, and sadness for souls still trapped in illusion. This is compassion, not weakness. The tall man opens your heart because only through love can divine power safely flow. You'll start forgiving people who never apologized. You'll bless those who hurt you, not out of naivety, but out of wisdom. You'll understand that everyone is playing their role in your awakening. The more your heart expands, the stronger your light becomes. That's the real secret. Love is the highest frequency in the universe. The shift in dreams. Your dreams will become more vivid, more symbolic, and sometimes disturbingly real. You'll walk through ancient temples, see faces you've never met, or receive messages you can't explain. The tall man visits most often in dreams because that's where your logical mind sleeps and your spirit listens. Pay attention to recurring places or symbols. They're not random. They are keys unlocking pieces of your purpose. When you wake up with strong emotion or a clear vision, write it down. These are instructions from higher planes. You are being guided, not by chance but by divine design. The rebirth of intuition. Your gut feelings will sharpen. You'll begin to sense energy instantly, who's honest, who's hiding darkness, where peace is present and where chaos hides behind smiles. This intuition isn't paranoia, it's protection. The tall man strengthens this inner radar because chosen ones navigate by feeling, not logic. You'll stop explaining your decisions to others because you simply know. You'll trust your inner voice like never before. Every time you follow it, miracles align around you effortlessly. That's your confirmation that you're finally walking in sync with divine will. The awakening of power. You'll notice subtle changes in your energy, chills, heat in your hands, tingling in your crown. These are signs of activation. The tall man channels higher frequencies into your vessel, preparing your body to hold more light. You'll feel drained at times, but it's temporary. Your system is upgrading. Once balanced, your energy stabilizes, stronger, cleaner, magnetic. You become a beacon without trying. Your mere presence begins to heal others subconsciously. This is not fantasy, it's sacred alchemy. Your body becomes the temple through which Source moves. The pull toward purpose. Suddenly, meaningless things start falling away. Old hobbies, toxic connections, fake goals all lose their grip. Instead, you feel a deep pull toward something bigger. You may not know what it is yet, but your soul does. The tall man's energy calls you into mission alignment. It won't let you rest in comfort zones anymore. You'll feel restless until you start walking your divine path. Whether it's speaking truth, creating art, helping others, or spreading light, your purpose will soon reveal itself. You'll realize your pain was training for this exact moment. The cleansing of karma. During this phase, everything unresolved resurfaces, sudden emotional triggers, repeating patterns, familiar lessons appearing again. Don't panic. This is karma clearing. The tall man's energy speeds up the balancing process so you can enter higher timelines free from weight. Every tear you shed now purifies lifetimes of energy. Every choice to forgive rather than react breaks generational curses. The more you release, the lighter your reality becomes. It's the purification before elevation. This is the fire that forges you into gold. The meeting with the Shadow Council. In deep meditation or dreams, you may start seeing figures standing in light, ancient beings, silent, observing you. They are not to be feared. They are witnesses of your evolution, guardians who monitor the awakening of chosen ones. The tall man stands among them. Their energy is ancient, steady, powerful. They do not interfere, they confirm. If you've reached this stage, you've crossed dimensions. You are recognized in the higher realms as awakened. You're no longer a seeker, you've become a signal. The reversal of attraction. You'll begin to attract what aligns and repel what doesn't automatically. It will confuse people. Some will suddenly drift away while new souls appear from nowhere. That's because your frequency has become selective. The tall man's vibration programs your aura like a divine filter. Anything untrue cannot survive in your orbit. You'll notice opportunities come faster, relationships flow smoother, intuition leads effortlessly. You're no longer chasing energy, you're commanding it through resonance. That's how the chosen operate, not through force but through frequency. The whisper of the universe. The universe starts communicating through everything: songs, strangers, clouds, even random words. You'll hear what others don't because reality itself begins to speak your language. The tall man trained your spirit to recognize these whispers. There are no coincidences anymore. Every word you overhear, every number you see, every delay, all part of divine orchestration. Life becomes a living oracle. The more you pay attention, the louder it speaks. You'll realize that prayer is you talking to God, but synchronicity is God talking back. The balance of masculine and feminine. Inside you exists both forces, the divine masculine action, discipline, protection, and the divine feminine intuition, compassion, creation. The tall man represents the masculine awakening, the structure and courage that grounds your light. Once you embrace this balance, you stop swinging between extremes. You act with heart and feel with clarity. That's when manifestation becomes effortless. You're no longer reacting to life, you're co-creating with it. The tall man's guidance brings this harmony into being. It's how the awakened rise balanced, steady, and unstoppable. Chosen one. This message didn't find you by accident, it was sent to you. The tall man's energy has already entered your frequency, and now the universe is watching to see what you'll do with it. You've been awakened, reminded, activated. Don't scroll away and forget this vibration, anchor it. Comment, "I receive it," below as a declaration that you're ready to step fully into your divine timeline. Like this video to amplify your light across the algorithm. Share it so other chosen ones can wake up too. And subscribe to Chosen Wave, because this is where the awakening deepens, where truth is spoken fearlessly, and where you remember who you are, a vessel of divine power walking in human form.